Hey there, welcome. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started here in just a moment. All right, welcome, everyone. So happy to be here with you guys today. We're gonna just kind of chat. Oh, it says I'm muted. Can you guys hear me? Yes, okay. All right, sounds good. Awesome. Happy to be here with you guys. Just kind of wanted to I just kind of wanted to connect with you guys and kind of give you an opportunity to ask questions. We have some people in the group here who are already in the Blogging Boss Success Accelerator, and they wanted to be able to talk a little bit as well about the program, but also just answer any questions that you guys have, that sort of thing. So welcome. I'm going to just set us up in the Facebook group here, and then we will get started. Marcy, did that work better for you? Can you hear me yet? I think she's struggling with her sound. Can you hear me now? We'll get started here in a second. All righty. Okay, just about ready to start here. Just give me a moment. Okay, awesome. All right, so we will get started. Perfect. Okay, well, thank you all for joining in. Just gonna get this meeting live here and then we will roll. Okay. Okay, we should be live now on Facebook. So welcome if you're joining us on Facebook, and to those of you who are here, appreciate you being here. I just wanted to create an opportunity for anyone who has questions to be able to ask those questions. We've got some people who are already in the Blogging Boss Success Accelerator, and they wanted to just be able to take an opportunity and chat with you guys too as well. So first of all, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and let me know. I'll be happy to get those questions answered. I would love if any of my Blogging Boss people would like to just take a moment and share with you a little bit about the program while we're waiting for questions to come in. Anyone want to grab the mic? Feel free to just unmute.
I'll share.
Yeah.
So I am a 30+ year marketing professional. Have been doing that for over 30 years. Understand marketing and SEO and all of those things. And I still was, I joined a year ago, but the difference in my writing and the confidence in my writing is huge. I went from maybe doing a blog a month, every 3 or 4 weeks, and now I'm knocking one out almost every week. I have a backlog of lists and ideas and content suggestions, and it's just made a huge difference for me. So it doesn't, there's always room to be learning. And this was definitely a great place for me to learn how to improve this skill.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Guys, do you have any questions for Catherine? Feel free to either unmute and ask or just go ahead and pop them in the chat. So, Catherine, do you want to share a little bit about what you blog about, your topic?
Sure. Well, I have 2 blogs. So one is I own a co-working space, which I'm currently sitting in, and I've been blogging there for 6 years, and it was always kind of a struggle. And in fact, I actually hired people to help me write those blogs because I really struggled with getting it done. And then my other business, which is my author business, which is all about mindfulness and meditation. I blog, that's the one where I am putting a lot more effort, which is why I actually joined the program to begin with. But it's also improved my writing for my other blog, which doesn't take me near as much time, and I don't hire anybody to do it. So it's been
Yeah.
great. But
Win-win.
yeah, so it's been super helpful. And it's not just the writing part that's made the difference. It's also the fact that Lisa takes the time to go over with the people in the group in person, virtually in person. And we help each other. And by answering each other's questions or having tasks assigned to us, and then seeing how those tasks are solved for each other, we learn. So even if it's not about me, I'm still listening, and I am learning something every week. I am,
Yeah.
even if it's just teeny tiny, the incremental growth over time has made such a huge difference. And she takes the time to go through that stuff. And if you don't understand it, guaranteed there's somebody else in the room that doesn't know what you're talking about either. So it's going to help them too.
Yeah, absolutely. Renee, do you want to take a moment to chat?
Sure. My name is Renee. I write a cocktail blog. I'm new like last year, so I've been writing for a year, and it's the process. I can tell you 100% that I think without the guidance from Lisa and the program, I would not be anywhere near where I am now. I think I'm somewhere just under or just at 60 blog posts now. And even though it's not a lot of money, I started making money, which is like a real big plus. And but I am moving, like Catherine said, I'm moving forward. And even some of the things that, some weeks when we think we know exactly what the topic's going to be and what we're talking about in class, next thing you know, there's something new that pops up that's like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't really understand that. So, and I like the one-on-one, the personal one-on-one, I think is the number one thing. I guess I shouldn't say one-on-one because I'm not the only one there, but it feels very personable, very personal. That it's like, even though she's got a group of us, it's still personal to each one of us. So that's something that I really am fortunate to be part of this.
I love that.
That's
I love
it.
that. And you, I know when you were starting out, you were even questioning whether you could or should do a blog when you joined the group. Yeah. So you have come so far.
Right. I did not think I could do it. And I definitely was very worried about me being able to keep up with everything. And I mean, it definitely was hard at first because I didn't know anything about any of this. And, then, to come into it with people like, Catherine, who knows a lot about a lot of different other things. And I just came into it like green for all of this. And we all kind of mesh together. And that's what I like is we all work together. Like there's times where we all bounce off of each other, different things. We co-work together, and it doesn't matter that we're all in different states and sometimes different countries. We all still just work together, and it's kind of a team, and we're all kind of part of the same team. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jody, did you want to say a few words?
Sure. I agree with the co-working. We bounce a lot of stuff off of each other, and everybody feels free to just kind of jump in and help or give a suggestion. and then it doesn't matter where you are on your growth scale. There's a spot, because I've been in this for a few months now and struggled a little bit with my niche. Finally got that nailed down, but I also work a regular 8 to 5 job. So having that time to commit, but everybody's right there with you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you might be a little stuck down here. Everybody's still cheering you on to get you going to where, forward to where you need to be.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's a great
Absolutely.
group.
Good. So, for those of you who are here, do you have any questions or any things that you would be interested or wanting to know? That would be sort of helpful to you. So, I think one thing that I've heard other people ask is, would this work for me? I'm new to blogging. What would you tell someone who is maybe new to blogging and just doesn't know if this would be a good fit, if they can even do it, or what would you say to those kind of a question?
Well, yeah, for sure, definitely. And I would say, even though I've been attempting to do it for years, and again, I know about marketing and I know about SEO and stuff like that, but just learning how to make it better has been huge. Like, it's taken Lisa will tell you, it's taken my stuff from here to here. But if you're just starting out, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be here, because it'll give you an advantage, and you won't spend a year or 2 years figuring out what it is that you're doing, and like, this isn't working and this sucks, and nobody's reading my stuff, and blah blah blah, and then you give up. If you start here, you got it. You totally got this.
Awesome. Love that. Love that. So Marcy says, what about having multiple blogs? How do you find the time to work on multiple blogs? I have a few niche blogs and I run out of time. Anyone want to take that? Otherwise I can answer. Renee?
Well, in my opinion, it might be nice to focus on one as your like main one, and spend and I could be totally wrong, Lisa, you'll have to, but it just seems like when you're spreading your focus out too much, you're not going to make really good choices for any of them. It's like, you got to give one a big focus, and then you can make the others like your little sideline. But if one is a great focus, then really you'll get a lot more inspiration out of that, and then it'll make you more productive for your other ones.
That's kind of what I've been doing, is kind of batch working, and I found that that's been helping out the most. Like, when I can focus and zero in on batching. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and Catherine says I'm much more efficient with my time now. Yeah, that's a huge part of it as well. And I think honestly, the biggest question is like, what are your goals and what works well in alignment with your goals? Like, so if your goal is to grow more than one blog and to gain authority in more than one blog, what's the end result? Like, which one is the one that you really need to focus? Like, some of them will be easier to get traffic from quicker. Some of them will be, slower to get traffic, but they're more of a long-term gain. So you just kind of want to align with like what your goals are, like, and if it's a monetization thing, which one is the most chance of monetizing quicker? Focus on that one first. So Marcy says, I have some niche ones that I want to flip, and my main blog is where my income and my audience is. Okay. Yeah. So definitely, and one's monetized with printables. Yeah, definitely. If you've got your main blog that your income and your audience is, I would focus on that first and foremost, and then try to have, some kind of a strategy for kind of keeping the other ones that you want to flip going, but not having that as much time or as much concerted effort. That would be kind of my initial take without knowing the niche and the details and that sort of thing.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my main blog is a mom blog, so it's kind of like overall, but I help connect. On my main goal with that blog is to help parents and children connect through journaling. So,
Oh, nice, nice. I like that. I like
Thank
that. Catherine's like right up my alley. She does mindfulness stuff. So,
nice.
No, I actually started doing that with my daughter. She was a tween. We had I forget where I found it, but it was a shared journal, and
Mhm.
it had questions in it. And there were questions that the mom would answer, and there were questions that the daughter would answer. And it was awesome. I love that you're doing that. It was so much
Yeah,
fun to do with her.
I haven't done necessarily like a shared journal, but I just wrote that one down, so thank you. I did do like a mom journal bundle that had one for the daughter and one for the son, and that's been like my biggest seller, and that was like my first seller too. So that was kind of
Nice.
neat that it was my first and biggest. So yeah, one of my
Very
biggest. Yeah.
very cool. And that right there, that little interchange, like, oh, I've thought of this. That is, it's basically like a mastermind where you're taking your individual thoughts and bouncing them off of other people. And that's one of the big benefits in the group, is that we do that kind of stuff all the time. Like, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, this is a great
Right.
idea. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so honestly, that's one of the things that I think a lot of people really, really like about the group, is just the opportunity to be kind of in the space of other people. So yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
something similar to that.
I- And I just put the link in the chat because
Perfect. I'll put that in.
honestly, oh my gosh, I ordered this 10 years ago, 10 and a half years ago, when my
Love it.
daughter she would have been 10.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
Yeah, it's neat
yes,
'cause
it was definitely, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
awesome.
But
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing that. Like that's a great thing.
I did like a mom unicorn, and the daughter unicorn, and then like a boys baseball. And I can still search for the boys baseball journal, and people are still, because I did it to where it's commercial use as well. So I had both audiences going. And so I still find it on Etsy too. So I'm like, oh,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds great. So yeah. Are there any other questions that anyone has?
I do have a question. I've been kind of
Yeah.
doing a little bit of research on it. And I was looking at, which it might be a very niche question. I've been thinking about doing like a free printables blog. I don't really know if that would help to like drive traffic to my other sites or not.
So like printables for free?
Yeah, and doing like somehow funneling it over to my, doing it to drive traffic to the blog and doing helpful blog posts and things like that. And just kind of narrowing it down and niching it down to the other ones for traffic as well.
Yeah, that could work. I would question why you would need to do another blog instead of just having like a shop associated with your existing one, where you then
Oh, I do
post
have
your
that,
free
yeah.
stuff there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just go a little deeper into the free aspects on that and do posts related to that content. You certainly could do a free like a separate blog, but I feel like I think the extra effort of maintaining a second site would kind of offset the benefits that you're getting. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
kind of what
there's
I
a
was
way that
wondering.
yeah,
'Cause
I
I'm
feel
like,
like
at some
that if
point in time, I'll get tired of giving things away for free on it.
yeah, well, there's that part of it too, but I
Right.
think the just having to maintain a second whole
Right.
area, you think of like plugins to update and think like there's
Oh, yeah, I
just
know.
layers of stuff that also needs to be done that you would, I think you'll get some economies of scale, so to speak, if you just do
Yeah.
it on your main site and
Yeah.
just maybe even create a separate category that's free, free content or something like that, where you can, create and have
Yeah.
that
I
accessible
do like
and
a
easy to
freebie a
find.
month or so on my main blog, so yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be a good fit. Yeah. So
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we'll stick on here in the Zoom room for just a minute. We're gonna say goodbye to everyone who's joining us in Facebook. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you want me to direct them to people who are in the group and get a response back to you, you certainly can message me questions, or I can have them check out the questions that pop up in the Facebook group so that you can get answers to any questions if you haven't been able to join us live and you're just watching on replay. So, all right, take care, everyone. Okay, so just hopped off of the Facebook, so we're now off of Facebook. So yeah, so feel free. I can even stop the recording. We're not. Let's see here.